Good afternoon. This is All India Radio, and I'm Gurmala Kapoor with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi speaks to U.S. President Donald Trump. Focus on enhancing Indo-US cooperation. Delhi police says situation in JNU is under control. Crime branch is investigating the violence in the campus. In Jammu and Kashmir, 2 terrorists killed in separate encounters by security forces. First ever Antar-rashtriya Yoga Diwas Media Awards presented to 30 media houses for promoting yoga. CEO Khelo India Games says foolproof security will be in place for the upcoming event in Guwahati. And in cricket, second T20 match between India and Sri Lanka begins at 7 p.m. in Indore today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that India-US relations, which are built on trust, mutual respect and understanding, have grown from strength to strength. Conveying his New Year greetings to US President Donald Trump over the phone, Mr. Modi expressed his desire to continue working with him for enhancing cooperation in all areas of mutual interest. The Prime Minister highlighted the significant progress made in deepening the strategic partnership between the two countries in the previous year. President Trump expressed satisfaction at the achievements in the relationship in the last few years and reiterated his readiness for further deepening bilateral cooperation. A report.
A readout released by White House in Washington after the telephonic conversation said Prime Minister Modi and President Trump reviewed regional security matters as well. Prime Minister Modi last shared stage with President Trump in September last year at the Howdy Modi event in Texas. In 2018, India hosted the inaugural 2+2 ministerial dialogue in New Delhi, led by External Affairs Minister and Defense Minister and their U.S. counterparts, at which both sides agreed to expand defense and security cooperation. India and US also cooperate closely at multilateral organizations with Dipendra Kumar, Suparna Saikia, AIR News, Delhi.
The Delhi police have said that the situation in Jawaharlal Nehru University is under control and police are interacting with students to maintain peace. Talking to media, Deputy Commissioner of Police Devendra Arya said no fresh incident has been reported from any part of the university. He said active deployment of police is in place both inside and outside the campus. He added that the crime branch is investigating the matter.
कोई फ्रेश इंसिडेंट ऑफ वायलेंस किसी भी पार्ट ऑफ यूनिवर्सिटी से रिपोर्टेड नहीं है, ना यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर से, ना ही यूनिवर्सिटी के बाहर से. सो सिचुएशन जो है वो पूरी तरह पुलिस के कंट्रोल में है और निरंतर हम लोग सिचुएशन को मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं, स्टूडेंट्स के साथ इंटरैक्ट कर रहे हैं और एक्टिव पुलिस डिप्लॉयमेंट जो है वो कंटिन्यू कर रहा है इनसाइड. जैसे यूनिवर्सिटी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की तरफ से रिक्वेस्ट है, डिप्लॉयमेंट जो है वो यूनिवर्सिटी के बाहर भी है.
In Jammu and Kashmir, security forces killed 2 terrorists in separate encounters. A local youth was killed at Sail village in Pulwama district after a cordon and search operation was launched in the village. The other terrorist, a resident of Anantnag district, was killed in the Avantipura area of South Kashmir. Jammu Divisional Commissioner Sanjeev Verma chaired a meeting with Deputy Commissioners of Jammu Division yesterday to discuss arrangements for conducting elections for vacant panchayat seats. The DCs apprised the Divisional Commissioner about the number of vacant seats of Panch and Sarpanch in their respective districts, besides the availability of ballot box and their requirements. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar confirmed the first Antar-rashtriya Yoga Diwas Media Samman to 30 media houses in New Delhi today. The ministry had instituted the award in June last year to mark the media's contribution in spreading the message of yoga. It acknowledged the media's positive role and responsibility in disseminating yoga outreach in India and abroad. Addressing the gathering, Mr. Javadekar said, yoga is the identity of India in the world and is a great tool for preventive health. He said, it is the media's responsibility to propagate beneficial things in society.
न्यूज देती है, अपनी टीका टिप्पणी करते हैं, व्यूज देते हैं और एडवर्टीजमेंट है तो एडवर्टीजमेंट छापते हैं. लेकिन इससे बाहर जाकर समाज के व्यापक हित में जो चीज समझना और समाज को करना जरूरी है, इसे एक मिशन मोड में लेकर अच्छे चीजों का प्रचार करने का भी एक काम मीडिया हाउसेस करते हैं, उसका ये सम्मान है, ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
Speaking on the occasion, Ayush Minister Sripad Yeso Naik said such initiatives are laudable as they help in spreading awareness about yoga. The International Day of Yoga is being celebrated on the 21st of June every year since 2015. The idea was first proposed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi during his address at the United Nations in 2014. Our correspondent talked to one of the awardees.
Okay, I'm Rajiv Nambiar, the CEO of LOFM, and the fact that we have received this award for the first time from the Honorable INB Minister. It's a great source of encouragement. I've already started ideating on what we should be doing for the next International Yoga Day. We did a huge event back in Trichy, and about 2,000 children gathered, and we practiced yoga on that day.
The Supreme Court rejected the centre's plea challenging the Telecom Dispute Settlement and Appellate Tribunal TDSAT's order directing a refund of around 104 crore rupees to Reliance Communication. A bench of Justices R.F. Nariman and S. Ravindra Bhatt said today that they do not find any merit in the appeal. In December 2018, the TDSAT had directed the centre to return over 100 crore rupees after encashing the bank guarantee of over 900 crores against spectrum charges. In Bihar, Mission Indradhanush 2.0 has been launched for covering low immunization pockets of the state. The extensive immunization program will cover children up to 2 years of age and all pregnant women. A report.
The extensive immunization is focused on 225 blocks of 36 districts in the state. Health volunteers are visiting doorsteps in selective areas to provide vaccination. The Universal Immunization Program provides the life-saving vaccines to all children free of cost to protect them against tuberculosis, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, polio, hepatitis B, pneumonia and meningitis. The focus of immunization is on urban areas as well as tribal areas. Intensified Mission Indradhanush will be conducted till March 2020. With KK Lal's report from Patna, this is Diksha Saxena for AIR News.
In Tamil Nadu, more than 100 university vice-chancellors are taking part in a two-day national conference in Kanyakumari district. The conference will be winding up its deliberations today. The conference is mainly discussing digitally enhanced distance learning methodologies and diversification of curriculum in graduate and postgraduate courses. Several parts of North India's hilly regions continue to receive precipitation. In Himachal Pradesh, severe cold tightened its grip across the state as the middle and higher hills receive snowfall with scattered showers in the plains. Intermittent snowfall is being experienced at the high reaches of Lahaul and Spiti, Kinnaur, Kullu and Shimla district today as well. More from our correspondent.
Light rain and snowfall occurred at isolated places over the state during the past 24 hours. State capital Shimla, including Narkanda and Kufri, also received light snowfall. Due to heavy snowfall in tribal district Lahaul, Spiti and Kinnaur, people are facing difficulties as most of the circuit roads have been blocked and water supply has been frozen. On the other hand, Ani Banjar road has been blocked due to heavy snowfall at Jalodi Jaut in Kullu district, whereas vehicles stranded due to snowfall between Palchan and Solang Nala have been pulled out safely last night. Meanwhile, Weather Department has issued the warning of heavy rainfall and snow at isolated places of high and mid hills with rains in plains during next 24 hours. Sanjeev Sundaryal, AIR News, Shimla.
In Uttarakhand, the higher reaches of the hills, including Char Dham, received snowfall, while the lower areas were hit by showers as temperatures went down further throughout the state. The Gangotri and Yamunotri temples in Uttarkashi district, Kedarnath in Rudraprayag, besides Badrinath in Chamoli district, were covered under thick layers of snow. The Kashmir Valley and several areas in Pir Panjal region and the top reaches of Jammu division also received fresh snowfall yesterday. Meanwhile, the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway was again closed for traffic today following a fresh landslide at Digdol area and snowfall on the Jawahar Tunnel area. In Jharkhand, the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha JMM legislator Ravindranath Mahato from Nala constituency was unanimously elected as the new Assembly Speaker on the second day of the Assembly session today. Pro Tem Speaker Stephen Marandi administered the oath to the newly elected Speaker of the State Assembly. Iran's parliament passed a bill today designating all United States forces as terrorists over the killing of Qasem Soleimani. The popular head of the Revolutionary Guard's Foreign Operations Arm was killed in a U.S. drone strike outside Baghdad airport on Friday, ratcheting up tensions. Meanwhile, the Pentagon has distanced itself from President Donald Trump's assertion that he would bomb Iranian cultural sites despite international prohibitions on such attacks. Defense Secretary Mark Esper said the U.S. will follow the laws of armed conflict. India continues to be the top sourcing market for Sri Lankan tourism. Indian tourists constituted the maximum of 19% of the total tourist arrivals to the island nation in 2019. The latest data released by Sri Lankan Tourism reveals that over 350,000 Indian tourists visited Sri Lanka last year. Sea beaches and religious places connected to the Ramayan circuit remain the top attractions for Indian tourists. The tourism sector in Sri Lanka suffered a setback following the Easter Sunday attacks last April. The Bangladesh High Court ordered the government yesterday to impose a ban on single-use plastics in coastal areas and hotels and restaurants across the country within the next 1 year. The court also ordered strict enforcement of the ban on polythene. The organizers of Khelo India Youth Games 2020 assured that no one should be worried about security during the Games. Talking to AIR, Chief Executive Officer of the Games, Avinash Joshi, and Joint CEO A. Angamuthu said that foolproof three-tier security arrangements would be put into place. Both officers applauded the enthusiasm of the people of Assam and hoped that large numbers of people would come to enjoy the event. The third edition of Khelo India will be held in Guwahati beginning the 10th of this month. The participating teams have already started arriving in Guwahati today. Deputy Commissioner of the Kamrup Metro District, Biswajit Pegu, added that help desks have been set up at railway stations, airports and important bus stands for the convenience of players and visitors. In cricket, the second T20 international of the three-match series between India and Sri Lanka will be played at the Holkar Cricket Stadium in Indore at 7 p.m. today. The first T20 match was called off without a ball being bowled due to a wet outfield in Guwahati. However, there is no threat of any rain for today's match in Indore. All India Radio will broadcast a live commentary of the match alternately in Hindi and English, which can be heard on the FM Rainbow and additional frequencies from 6:30 p.m. In badminton, rising Indian shuttler Lakshay Sen could not qualify for the main draw of the Malaysia Masters Super 500 tournament. He went down to Denmark's Hans Christian Solberg Vittingus in the men's singles qualifiers. In Gujarat, the 31st International Kite Festival was launched at the Sabarmati riverfront in Ahmedabad this morning. It will continue till the 14th of January, Makar Sankranti, the festival of kites in different parts of the state. Speaking on this occasion, Chief Minister Rupani said that the kite has become an identity of Gujarat. He said the size of the kite industry in the state has increased multifold following successive international kite festivals in the state. The benchmark domestic stocks today logged gains of around 0.5% in afternoon trade amid positive global markets. The Sensex climbed 194 points to 40,871 mark, and the Nifty surged 54 points to 12,047. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi speaks to U.S. President Donald Trump, focus on enhancing Indo-US cooperation. Delhi police says situation in JNU is under control. Crime branch is investigating the violence in the campus. In Jammu and Kashmir, 2 terrorists killed in separate encounters by security forces. First ever Antar-rashtriya Yoga Diwas Media Awards presented to 30 media houses for promoting yoga. CEO Khelo India Games says foolproof security will be in place for the upcoming events in Guwahati. And in cricket, second T20 match between India and Sri Lanka begins at 7 p.m. in Indore today. And with that, we end the Midday News.